Well, hello everyone, and welcome back. We are here today to do the class review of Heavy Metal Necro / Doom Metal Necro and all the other variants that go with it. They're all exactly the same class, and it is super powerful nowadays. So overall, this class is in the S tier. Solo, it's an easy S. PvP, maybe a slightly generous A, and then farming down at a B. It's not an overly difficult class to use, and as soon as you get your health nice and low, you can pump out some ridiculously big critical hits. Okay, so let us begin with auto attack. This is going to reduce your enemy's haste by 25% for 10 seconds. Then ability 2 is Rotting Rift, applies reverberating, increases damage by 25% for 3 seconds, and Foregone Conclusion lasting 4 seconds, which restores health based on damage dealt at expiry, as expiry is very important with that skill. Shattering Sanctity, decreasing enemy crit chance by 20% for 10 seconds. If Cursed Echo is present, you get that from skill 5, which oddly enough is from skill 2, but we'll come back to that in a little bit. You'll gain Insanity, increasing crit chance by 30% for 40 seconds. Deathly Roar, reduce dodge by 30% for 14 seconds and increase your haste by 30% for 14 seconds. Then we have skill 5, which will sacrifice your own health and also increase the damage that you take by 33% for 5 seconds, which will stack up to 3. However, if reverberating is active from skill 2, it will grant you Cursed Echo and increases damage dealt by 33% for 8 seconds and stacks to 3. Don't forget, Cursed Echo is that passive that is also used with Shattering Sanctity, aka the skill 3 earlier on. It sounds very complicated, but it really is not that bad once you get to using this class. So let us begin with farming. Long story short, this one you're not really going to use for farming, so you're going to be using the farming class. However, if you do have it on, you can one-shot a lot of the enemies just by riding your health really low. But as we said, you're probably not really going to be using it for this purpose, but it is good to know that if you come along and need to rank it up quickly, you can do that. Anyway, let us move on to solo, which is what this class is all about. The way I tend to go about using it is hitting skill 2 to get reverberating active, then hitting a 5 for Cursed Echo, and then we can hit skill 3 just so we can get all those passives kind of activating initially. Then I'll just go through hitting skill 4 when we need a bit more haste, making sure we also get ourselves those 3 stacks of skill 5 so we're running optimum. And then to be honest, I find it's just a case of going into a bit of class management. You want to get your health ridiculously low so you can get some really high crits. That's how I'm getting those 42,000 ones coming in. When your health is low at this point, skill 3 effectively becomes your nuke attack. So I'm tending just to press that as soon as it becomes active again and available, just so we can get another nuke in there. And as you can see, with that haste increase off skill 4, you're literally able to nuke every 3 seconds or so. Now this is all well and good fighting against a testing dummy, but what if you're going to fight against a monster that's actually going to fight you back? Well, it's exactly the same principle, but you want to leave yourself with a bit more leeway on your health. Remembering skill 5 is going to damage you and also increase the damage that you're taking, so you just want to manage how many times you're actually pressing skill 5 so you don't just take all of your health away with nothing left to actually play with. Ability 2 is where you can get your heal, so if you need to heal, essentially you want to press skill 2 once, you want to do some damage, and then crucially you no longer want to press skill 2. The heal on the class will only activate when Foregone Conclusion has lasted its full 4 seconds and it has expired. As soon as that happens, then your health will get straight back up, and then just restart the cycle again of going through, getting your health down nice and low, activating all your abilities, and getting that damage increase on the go. Anyway, let us move on to PvP. So PvP, we were quite generous with ranking this on the basis that if you're coming up against someone who isn't running around, you should be okay. You want to get skill 2 going, skill 5 going, and then as this particular example shows, by the time you get round to hitting your skill 3, your health's been taken down a load anyway, and then you do an absolute heck ton of damage. Sadly, not quite enough to win that battle, but you know, it's going to be a 50-50 chance. I do personally find this class really good fun to use, and it is right up there with Void High Lord when you go along soloing and also Chaos Avenger. So if you're wondering whether to farm the Doom Metal Necro or indeed have one of its old variants lurking your bank, it's definitely worth getting out and 100% worth farming for. My final words and thoughts on this class would be it's absolutely ridiculous since it got buffed not all that long ago, and therefore it is a must get class. Anyway folks, as always, thank you very much for watching. Please do leave the video a like and of course subscribe, and I'll be back for another one incredibly soon.